Thanks for joining me on my next video. In this video, I'm going to be changing out the ignition switch on a 2007 Honda Accord V6. I'll let you know what kind of issues I've been experiencing. One night I just tried to start the car to move it, and all the lights came on. I went to the start position, and there was no cranking. So I had to get the car towed because I was out. Got home the next day. I went to move the car into the garage thinking I had to push it in because the tow truck driver just left it in the driveway backwards. So I thought I'd just try it. I went to start it. It started. So I hate those situations because then it's hard to find out what's going on. Initially I thought it was a starter. So what I did is I just picked up a starter from a buddy of mine and who sells parts. I swapped it out, and then shortly after having swapped it out, I tried it, and I was experiencing the same situation again. So nothing to do with the starter, and I had changed a starter about 5 years ago as well, so maybe I thought I had a bum starter, so that's why I thought I'd swap it out quickly and see what's going on. That did not solve the problem, so I checked my grounds. Everything looked good from the engine to, there's a couple points on the engine to the body, one on the driver's side in the front engine compartment, and then one on the driver's side in the front engine compartment, which goes from the tranny to the body. I checked the ground to make sure everything was okay. Everything's fine there. There's no issues with the ground. Car was starting fine for a few days, and then occasionally would just I would go to crank it and nothing would happen. Turn the key back into the battery position and then turned it again and the car would start. So I'm suspecting it's the ignition switch here. I've just picked one up off on Amazon. I'm not promoting Amazon or anything like that, but that's just where I found it for a good price and delivered the next day. So this is it. I'll open it up and show you what it looks like. A box within a box. I'll show you this number here just in case it's different. And you'll see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to replace this, and hopefully that solves my problem. So I'm just going to show you how to replace this, and I'll keep you posted how the progress is over a week's time. I'll go back and update the comments to let you know if this indeed was the issue. This is not an expensive item. It's about 50 bucks here with tax and everything, Canadian. So let's get going. Okay, so to get to the ignition switch, we need to remove the bottom piece here of the plastic here of the steering column, and there's a Phillips screw inside here. You can see that. That's one right there, and there's gonna be a couple more screws, or maybe one or two. I'll let you know once I get this this bottom panel out. So I need to remove this in order to access probably another screw that's in there holding this in place. So let's get to it. Okay, so I've removed the one Phillips screw from here. As you can see, it's gone. Now I'm going to proceed to remove this screw right here so I can get this bottom panel pried so I can access whatever screw is going to be behind here. Okay, so with the screw removed, I'm just able to now just pretty much just pry this off. And there you go. So that's removed. And with that removed, we should be able to see what other screws are here. And there's one more there. Okay, so with that screw removed over here, that's two that we've removed from the column so far. There's a third screw, and it's right here on the left-hand side. So just next to the steering tilt. So we're going to remove that, and hopefully everything just comes out. Okay, with that third screw removed, I'm going to now pretty much just put something in between here and pry it open on both sides. I don't want to scratch it. Not that it really makes a difference. It's not a new car. But I've got myself these plastic tools here. Just ordered them online. They come in handy when you want to start prying things off without breaking anything. So it's got some plastic. Here's a plastic one for just trying to get in there and prying it. There's also a metal one. Oh, sorry, that's a screwdriver. There's also this here if you want to pop clips and stuff like that. And some other plastic ones for popping clips and what have you. So these tools do come in handy. prevents you from scratching your dash and stuff like that. So let me just pop that off and show you where that ignition switch goes and how we remove it. So this is what it looks like after you pop it open. You can see there's a little area there where it would clip on the inside here. That's on the left side of the column. This is the right side of the column. I popped it up as well, so I'm just going to remove this now. Okay. Okay, that's out. All right, one thing I had to do is just lower the adjuster for the tilt steering. Now with that removed, you can see where the ignition switch is. It's right here. This is the thing we're going to be replacing. There's two screws, one on this side, also looks like a Phillips head. And there's probably another one on the other side, but I'll show you that once I get to it. Let me just check here. Okay, well, let's remove that one first and then see what happens. And before you do that, just make sure you remove the connector here. And this is it right here. You want to remove this connector. Let me try to get in there. It's a little tight here with the seat and everything. So just press here. There's a little clip here. You press in. You can see that moving. Press in and then just pull this out. That should come out. There you go. So that's out. Now with that out, we should be able to, sorry for the bad camera angle, we should be able to remove this ignition switch here. Okay, let's take that one Phillips screw out and see if there's another one that we need to remove. So I've removed this screw here, was a Phillips, which corresponds to right there. And there is another one. So just looking at the new part, it's on this side here. And so it's going to be just underneath here. I don't know if I can show you. You could probably see that screw there. That's the screw, and going to remove that as well. Okay, with that second screw removed, the ignition switch just comes off. And there we go. So here's the old one. That's where it plugs into. You can see right there. This is the old one right here in my hands. Who knows? Hopefully this is the issue. I hate replacing things and then doesn't fix the problem, but it's worth a try. I put the old one aside. Here's the new one. I'm going to put that in place. It looks like I may have to line those up according to how this, well, this is lined up the same way, so should be okay. Yeah, okay. Should be able to just put this in. Yeah, let's go. Let's go for it. All right, that's it. That seemed to fit. I'm gonna get that screw in and then get the one in the back. So before I put the screws back in, I do want to point out that both screws are the same, so don't worry about mixing them up. Just doesn't make no difference. So just as for the screws for the actual cover that goes underneath the steering column, pretty much these two are the same. So actually this is a smaller one. This is the one that comes from the bottom of the and this is one that was from these two are the same, and I'll show you. Those are the ones that came from the right and left side of the plastic, and that's the one that came out the bottom, and this is smaller. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's the cover. That one there and that one there are the two that are the same, and then the one on the bottom is a smaller one. Okay, in case you're wondering, in case you make a mistake when you go to put it back together. Okay, I managed to, this screw here is very easy to put back. The one underneath, that was quite challenging to get in there with my fingers, just to try to, I guess if you can somehow get this out of the way, it'll be easier. But anyways, I managed to get it in. I admit it wasn't easy. So I'm just going to make sure that the key turns in all positions. Okay, so I still have it unplugged from the ignition switch, so there's nothing plugged into it, as you can see here. And I just want to make sure that the key moves in all positions. And it does. So I'm going to plug it in, and then I'm going to start it. Get that back in there. Okay. I just plug this baby back in. Get that this way. Okay. Okay, you hear that little clip, and you know it's in there good. Let me just get that garage door open. Okay, so I've got everything. Okay, so I've got everything back together. I'm gonna try it, see if it starts. First position, no problem. Never did have a problem with this, but it was when I tried to put it into the second position, that's where it would basically not even crank or do anything. So let's try it out. So the car started no problem. I'm gonna pull it back, turn it off, try it again. Car starting okay. I suspect I got the right part that was causing this issue. I will monitor it for about a week and update the comments to let you know if indeed the issue has gone away. And thanks for joining me. I appreciate a like, and if you can subscribe to my channel, that would definitely help me make more videos. So thanks again. Take care.